right. Good to see you guys. Yes, I am aboard the Naughty Nickel out here in the I was up, you guys are loving it. I was up top and the wind kicked up and out of nowhere. It was fine. It was blowing so hard. Let's see if I could show you some of that out there. But I don't know. Now I'm inside, so it's not
You're
as
looking
cool.
good, Brent. Did you just get a haircut or something?
Yeah, every once in a while I cut my
He's
hair.
looking pretty smart.
That sort of
Dapper.
thing. Good to see you guys, man. But so I had to come down here. I was bummed. I was all up there, all set, and the just wind came out of nowhere, man. It was rocking. It's so great out here. So with Gene and Susan and Scott and Sharon Lewis and who else? Oh my gosh, who else is here? Scott and Sharon, Gene, Amy Weaver. Kevin and Amy Schmitz, sorry. And Gene and Susan, us four couples having fun. Hi, Lexi. Good to see you. Yes, I see you there.
Hey, we want to know how much weight you've lost. You look great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm down 35 pounds. So
Yeah.
just keep heading south. Like keep going, Mexico, go south. It's good. So you don't want to go west, you don't want to go south. I've been west, I've been living out west my whole life. It's time to go south. Christy Painter, what's going on, girlfriend? Good to see you there. How are you? That's like, man, I get excited seeing all of you. Don't get hurt but I haven't seen Christy in a while. Good to see you, Christy. All right, Marguerite, how are you? Good to see you. I wanna hug you all. Michelle, what's up? Good to see you guys. Okay, let's get this party started. I got a great lineup for you today. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna warm you up with a couple things. I love this. Tony Robbins really went off on this concept, and I really want you to make it a part of who you are. Proximity will change your life. Just want to let that one sit there for a second. Who you hang out with matters. The people you surround yourself with counts. If you're around a bad person, you pick up their bad habits, right? If you make, healthy people with healthy marriages and healthy people with healthy bodies and healthy people who are doing healthy things and people are succeeding, maybe you want to do well commercial real estate or luxury, get around luxury agents if you want to do luxury real estate. Doesn't it make sense? You want to become great at golf? Don't hang out with me, hang out with Gene. Gene's golfing really good, right? I'm doing okay, but so here's the deal. If you want to become great at the violin, hang out with people who are great at the violin. Proximity will change your life. So my question for you today is who are you being intentional about getting around? You need to make a list. Maybe like, God, I'd love to hang out with Tony Robbins, but man, no way. Put it down, Mel Robbins, put her down. Jamie Lynn Curtis formed the cosmetics company. It was bought by L'Oreal for $1 billion. She said she woke up the next day, her account went from very little to $1 billion in it, like in one day, all those zeros. So it was like, what the heck just happened to me? She was a Denny's waitress. Some of you need to go hang out with Denny's waitresses who are going somewhere. They got grit. Girls with Grit. We just had Girls with Grit. Savannah, anybody there? Who is it? Girls with Grit. Anybody on this whole thing? Nobody's at Girls with Grit. My wife was there. I guess you guys should go next year. I heard rave reviews about their event in Savannah, Georgia. Just was incredible. So that's my 2 cents on that. But be super intentional about getting in the right rooms. And that. So proximity will change your life. I was in church Sunday and heard like the best message about prayer, the best message I've ever heard. I've been a Christian for 40 years. It just lit me on fire. It was so good. And he talked about, striking a match, and he struck a match, and it takes resistance and friction to get that match to spark. Anybody have any resistance in your life? Any friction in your life? Any struggles and trials? Like, I'm getting all this resistance. That's good. It will bring you to your knees. And I believe in prayer, whether you do or not. I know it's real, and it's powerful and effective. It says that in Proverbs. So here's the deal: are you using this amazing asset And I pray, but man, I tell you what, God woke me up. I hear that. They always say, God woke me up at 4:30. God never wakes me up at 4:30. I'm asleep. But he woke me up before I could not go back to sleep. I laid in bed thinking about the message I heard Sunday because it's in church, hearing a healthy message from a healthy thing for me. That's what I've chosen for me. It's okay if you're agnostic or atheistic. I love you. I care about you. Totally cool. But so here's the deal. I was praying for my kids. I was praying for my wife. I was praying for you guys. I was praying for Leo, Glenn Stanford. I was praying anything. And I spent hours. I don't know if I've ever done that at 4:30 in the morning. I mean, at 6:30, I'm 2 hours later. I'm still there. I was kind of wanting to go back to sleep, but I couldn't. That just never happened. But if you grab 10 matches and you light them on fire, then you get a torch, that chases off a bear or a lion. You get a torch. Even bears and lions don't want nothing to do with the torch. That's why people light a torch and go to a dark cave. Some of you are in a dark cave and you're in the valley of the shadow of death. And you light a torch like Indiana Jones. What's the first thing anybody does? Go in a dark cave, light a torch. And then what's the next step? A blowtorch. A blowtorch. You ever see those guys at those nice restaurants and they go and they flame up? They have a little canister of propellant and then they light that thing on. It's just a little flame about this far, but it's like it's a little tiny handheld blowtorch those chefs will have, and they'll torch your sushi roll or something. If you've ever seen it at a restaurant, they'll torch a dessert in front of you or whatever. And then what's a step beyond the blowtorch? It's called a flame thrower. And by the way, he just did the match. In my mind, I'm all crazy. I went all crazy with the whole thing. I wrote it all out. I want to be a flamethrower. I believe I'm talking to a group of people in the 1% club that want to be flamethrowers, and we're walking around with your Bic lighter in your pocket. I'm guilty of that. I pray. Like, Brent, you said you pray. I totally pray. But he just put it together in such a way that, I don't know. I'm excited about it. I've always been excited about it, but I'm excited about it. And that's called proximity is power. I was in a place that I chose because I feed my soul. That's just for me. I want that because we'll be dead lots sooner than we'll be alive. You just pass from this one to the next. I believe that. But the point is this: it's an incredible asset. Like, it takes down strongholds, like the resistance and the struggles in your life. I'm telling you what, on your knees, as humble is a good place to be. Walking with a limp is a good place to be. Prideful, arrogant, standing proud, beating on your chest, look at me, that's not a good place to be. And anybody ever been humbled? We love humble people. We don't like prideful, arrogant jerks. And I've been a prideful, arrogant jerk in my life many times. Even, I'll blow it, miss the mark, and do those things. And I repent when I do. But man, I'm so excited. That was so good. I love this other thing. Besides, proximity will change your life if you let it. So make that list and be intentional about getting into those circles where you need to be for you, that you're choosing for you. Maybe you want to get to know Jordan Peterson. I do. Maybe you want to get to know Tony Robbins. I do. And I've gotten to meet those guys. And I don't know if Jordan Peterson would remember me by name, but Tony Robbins does. I don't know if Pace Morby totally remembers me. I've gotten to know Pace Morby, and I've Ed Milet. Ed and I were texting all this week. He's flew out to Dubai and back. But again, I paid $100,000 for him to come speak. Well, that's great for you, but no. First, I paid $1,500. Then I paid $1,200 a month to MAPS coaching. Then I paid, $2,500 a month. Matt Plummer's one of my financial coaches. He's driving right now. I paid $2,500 a month to get wisdom from Matt. He's a really smart guy. I value him. Then I paid $5,000 a month, then $10,000 a month. And you start where you start, it could be, you just have to do the 1% club. I know I overcharge you for the 1% club. I'm sorry I charge you so much to be here, but you start you start at free stuff. And then as you do better in your life, you upgrade. I remember us paying Tony Robbins' son, Jarek Robbins, $10,000 a month for a year to coach me. And then I did Platinum Partners. That was like $85,000 for the year. And then we did, now we're in Zenith Business Club, $250,000 a year. I keep up on my game, but I mean, like, famous people from all over the world that are really, really smart. And they're like, here's my cell phone, call me. Like AJ Gupta and I talk all the time. He's incredible. And he's like, Brent, whatever you do, he's like you. AJ Gupta's just like you. Like who was I with? I was with Bubba Pratt. And Bubba Pratt's a famous guy with Tim Foley Clarkson on his head. I was with Bubba Pratt all weekend in his Falcon jet. And he's, the 3 engines that landed sound like the space shuttle Sunday. And we're out there checking out the Falcon jet. He wants me to buy one, used for mere 17 million. But Bubba comes in. And it was like the space shuttle landing at Saba, 25 minutes away from where I live. Flew out all the way from Dallas. And but I got to meet Bubba Pratt. I go, do you know who you are? You're Bubba Pratt. He's laughing. He's just a normal guy. People did to me. They walk, I can't believe I'm meeting you, Brent. I'm so normal. I'm a dishwasher who did some things, and now I'm in, EXP, whatever. These people, Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins, AJ Gupta, Jordan Peterson, they're like you and I. It's nothing. And so in life, right now, I'll say this, it's going to bug you, make some of you really mad. You may go ahead and click off the Zoom. And I get it if you have to click off, because it's going to really irk you. You're getting paid in direct proportion to the amount of value you bring the marketplace right now. And some of you are offended by that. You're like, that sucks because I don't like what I'm getting paid. Then change it. Do something about it. Don't be offended by what I said. Go, what can I do to love more, to give more, to serve more, to show up in a way that people want me to list their home? They want to join me at EXP. They want to be around me. What can I do? God, do what is it you got to do in me that I can love people more, that I could serve more? It's awesome. So I could be more excited for you. And then Jim Quick says this, and it's the last thing to do that I prepared some like rock solid notes for you, but I want to say this. This is the warm up part. Oh, good. 12 minutes. We're okay. It's like a little warm up. You guys like it? I need to warm you guys up. I've been laying on the beach and in a chaise lounge and sipping on a Diet Coke all day. It's 4:42 out here. Is that right? Yeah, 4:42 out here in the Caribbean. We're in the British Virgin Islands. I'm in Tortola. And Johnny Depp talks about Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, we're going to sail down to Tortola. That's right. I'm right by Peter Island. Clark knows who that is, and Matthew knows who that is. But and so Jim Quick said this. He said, you don't have energy, you create energy. Somebody like, I wish I was like so-and-so. She has all this energy. He has all this energy, not in a weird over energy way, but you get around people and they just have this good energy. Like, who is it? So I'm going to go back to 1983. In 1983, there was a senior. I was a junior at Del Campo High School in Sacramento, California, and there was a senior at Del Campo High School. His name is Bill Lowe. None of you know him. Probably anybody know Bill Lowe? Raise your hand if you know Bill Lowe. Wave at me. Probably none of you. Bill Lowe changed my life. Bill Lowe changed my life. He was a senior. He's just a high school kid, a senior. You know what's so special about Bill Lowe that I noticed about Bill? Everybody freaking loved Bill Lowe. Everybody loved him. The stoners loved him. Back then, we had gothic people in the 80s. They wear all black. They were scary as hell. They wear combat boots. They'd kick trash cans, and they were kind of intimidating. They wore trench coats. They had spikes on their nose. All the girls painted their face white, pale. I'm sure their parents are freaking out like you are, kids, whatever they're doing. But they were gothics, and they were punk rockers, the hair and all that, and they were slamming into each other. And then there's the jock athletes, and there's the drama club, then there's the computer geeks in the library, there's the football studs, the big testosterone filled, and then there's the soccer players. I was a little soccer player. I was actually a big soccer player. But then there's the rugby team, and there's a water polo team, and there's just all the dynamics of a high school thing. Every single person loved Bill Lowe at that school. He was the only one that was beloved by all. You know why? Bill was bigger than life. Why was he bigger than life? Because he loved and respected everyone. Everywhere he went, he showed kindness to the drama club. The drama club was always just kind of weird. If you're a drama person, no, I was an athlete. You're up in a drama club. It's just like, wow, that's different. And so, but he was kind to them. He was kind to the geeks, the nerds, the people who, their glasses were taped right here, the jocks, everybody. Bill genuinely would stop, write this down. He would walk slowly through the crowd. Write that down. You need to walk slowly through the crowd. Don't be in such a hurry to go somewhere, Frank Valente. I'm watching you, buddy. Frank was second command of a nuclear destroyer. like nuclear weapons. And then the commander left and Frank was in charge of nuclear weapons. He's on here. Anyways, I love Frank. But here's the deal. What this means is you show respect to everyone. It doesn't matter whether they're CEO of a company or a dishwasher of a Chinese food restaurant you're at. But I watch Bill Lowe love people. And you know, it's the weirdest thing. The strangest thing happened. They loved him back. If you don't feel loved, I promise you right now, you ain't giving it. You're too busy being a victim. Well, she wasn't nice to me. He wasn't nice to me. Brent Gove just looked right over me. I get tired and I miss people. You know, I get people who are offended. That's someone who's so offended with me for like a year. And they're like, hey, Brent, I came up and talked to him and just blew me off. And they're like, and Rich Thomasini's like, that is not Brent. I mean, that's just not who he is. So you need to go to him. I'm like, I didn't even notice. I shut down a ride at Disney World. I got on a ride at Disney World. They locked me in, click. And I freaked out. I said, let me out, let me out, let me out. And then the ride just takes off into the dark tunnel. I screamed, let me out now. I screamed as loud as I could. They hit the emergency and they stopped the ride at Disney World because I have an issue with being trapped a little bit. I've been to a psychologist for claustrophobia. I shut down a ride at Disney World, a big popular ride. It wasn't real popular. They had to like do all this stuff, let me out. And I walked off and I bumped into this woman after I just was kind of having this meltdown, right? And I guess I just blew her off because I was freaked out. And I had to meet with her and she was crying and she felt so like she was so offended by me. I had no idea. Some prospects have told you no, and you're thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. You're replaying it. They're not even thinking about you. I was not thinking about this woman. All the people who tell me no, Glenn Sanford said this, Brent doesn't hear the word no. He'll tell me no, and I just keep going. You know, he'll tell me no. I honestly, I don't think I hear the word no. I don't care. I said no to people for Keller Williams for 8 years. Was Keller Williams bad? Not at all. Were they bad people? Not at all. I just wasn't open. And you guys get all butthurt if someone says no to you about EXP or whatever. You got to stop replaying your failures and replay your wins. I was with Gene last night and Scott. They were talking about a putt I missed from 2 feet on an 18 to lose a match at Scott's Golf Club. He's 18, Gove, 18. Remember that? I'm like, no. He's like, come on, you got to remember, you lost. You missed a 24-inch putt. It wasn't even close. You didn't even lift the cup. You didn't even sniff the cup. I honestly, they did not believe that I didn't remember a year ago. I have no memory of it. I think that's one of my superpowers. I don't think about my losses. I think about my wins. I replay what I did right. Not like it wasn't that I did anything wrong, and maybe I did do something wrong, and certainly learn. Ask people, okay, you listed with Sotheby's. Oh, I'm so excited for you. I'm gonna try to bring a buyer, but what was it they did that I didn't do that made you choose them? I want to learn. I want to improve. Oh, you did nothing. You great. No. Don't glad hand me. I do this for my kids. Please tell me the truth. Well, you had really bad breath, and you were late. You were 5 minutes late. And you didn't know anything about the HOAs and you didn't know anything about the school system. So learn, my breath wasn't that bad. No. Whatever they said, start taking some breath freshener, right? So like if you ask people for feedback and then you argue with them, oh, nothing drives me more crazy. And so anyways, yeah. So so I just want to encourage you to stay focused on your wins. Okay, we're going to shift gears because I managed to use up the first 19 minutes on that. So I kind of have a process for building EXP. So it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-step process. Number one, how are you going to make it? How are you going to get to where you need to be? Number one, hunger. I thought you were stopping with all the motivation and mindset stuff. Well, I'm sorry, it's number one. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? That's number one. Because that's the key. If you don't have hunger, God save the queen. You're in trouble. If you're miserable, you're in trouble. If you're desperate, you're on the right path. If you're hungry, you're on the right path. If you're frustrated, you are on the right path. Because when you get frustrated enough, mama's going to do something about it. Dada's going to do something about it. You're like, okay, that's it. I'm pissed. Get the heck out of my way. You're not going to hurt anybody. But you're like, whatever needed to get done, it's getting done now. I've had it up to here. I'm taking action. Because when you kick in the American pastime, the favorite American pastime of manana, and you kick that can, look, you pay the price now, or you will pay the price of regret later. There's nobody that goes, oh man, but I believe this with work-life balance. You cannot skip your kids. You cannot skip your husband or your wife. There's time to do it all. When it's time to work, work. When it's time to play, play. When it's time to do church or go to the gym or be at Little League, be at Little League. Be with your husband on a date, not on your phone, not on the little beast, but be present. And then you can do it all. When it's time to work, I won't have that much left for work. You'll be more effective. You'll be more focused. Flashlight or the laser? Most people are flashlights. You got to become a laser. You got to write that down. I'm going to be a laser, not just a laser. A laser will shoot all the way across the bay here, 2 miles away, put a red light on the hill. Be an industrial laser. It'll thank you, Wendy. It'll cut absolutely through a steel beam. Focus light, more focus, more focus. And all of a sudden it's like this pen. It's like, you pinpoint it, bam. And there's power in your ability to focus. So hunger. Number 2, make a list, meet people. I don't know. Then go meet people. Again, the hunger will drive you to meet people. Well, how do I meet people? Open houses, go to the board. There's always trainings at your local board. We're teaching on SEO. We're teaching on AI. We're teaching on powerful women in real estate. We're teaching on how to become a listing. Go meet people. And don't be there prospecting. Go learn and meet people and make friends. And you put them, you're just throwing them on the back burners and you start moving them forward and forward and forward as you get to know them. Add value and then ask people for referrals. Ask your dentist for a referral. Oh, my son is in Fresno. He's a real estate agent. Ask people, title reps, home warranty reps, mortgage people, friends of yours. Who do you know in real estate? Oh yeah, my uncle up in Seattle is a stud. He's got 7 agents working for him. He's an independent. And go, would you be willing to put in a good word for me? And ask for a referral. If you don't ask, the ask questions always no. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky took more shots than anyone. He's the #1 all-time scoring hockey player, I believe, in the world. You don't take enough shots. So number 2 was make a list, meet more people, add value, and then find a rock star. How do you find a rock star? Listen to me, you guys listen. They're running Nordstrom's. They're running a Taco Bell. They're running a muffler shop, and their skill set is far beyond the muffler shop. And it's up to you to go rescue them from but Brent, they don't have a real estate license. I got 2 guys I brought into real estate that don't know anything about real estate, but between the 2 of them, they're doing between 2 to 3 billion a year in sales because what they had was moxie. What they had was a star that was pointed north. What they had was energy. What they had was a dream. What they had was hunger. And I said, they go, do we have to do real estate? I go, I prefer that you don't. I don't want to teach them about contracts and addendums and counteroffers and disclosures and surveys and septic systems and clear section 1, clear section 2, potability, productivity of a well, all that. I don't want to teach them all that. I mean, I've done that for decades. I go, let's go. Do you know agents? Oh yeah, we know lots of agents. So they sell 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 homes. Yeah. And we haven't found those people. We have to teach those guys anything. They're already selling 10, 20, 30 homes a year. They got the EXP. They kept selling 10, 20, 30 homes a year. I said, I'm not going to teach you how to sell more real estate. I'm going to teach you how to create an income that's like a river. If you have a river and you take a little bucket and you scoop it in the river, there's your income, but the river keeps flowing. It's called passive income. If you have a bathtub of water and you take a gallon of water out, it goes down a gallon. Another gallon, down. You can empty a pool with a 1 gallon bucket. But a river, passive income, you're like, well, I'm only making $5,000 a month at EXP. You grab 5,000, pull the bucket out. Here comes the money again. It just keeps flowing. That's a difference. Creating escrows is like having a pool of water, a spa full of water, a bathtub full of water. When you run out of escrows, you do not get paid. I literally talked to John Jennings. He met people that are selling 500 homes a year this weekend, 1,000 homes a year, 1,600 homes a year. They're some of the biggest producers in America. You know what he said to me? They're not making money. None of them are making money. Their expenses are more than they're selling. They're all going broke. They're all going bankrupt. Why do you think all the stars, you look at them, why are they at EXP? Because they've been there, done that. Yeah, you could sell 300 homes a year, but you got massive overhead, literally. And so think about that. So that was 2. We only got 6 here. Number 3. So what do you do when you find that rock star, or you make a list, or you meet people? You add value by inviting them to events, inviting them to your mastermind. I don't have a mastermind. Start one. I meet with 3 other people every Friday. We talk about how to get listings. You want to join us? Man, sure, I sure would. Well, I don't know anything. Well, good. Invite 2 people who do. Start a mastermind. We meet every Wednesday at noon for lunch. We talk about how to lead generate, how to master lead generation. You want to join our mastermind? No, thank you. Okay. You want to join our mastermind? No, thank you. Yeah, I do. It's so easy to add value. Well, I don't know anything about lead generation. Invite 2 people who do. Invite someone who does. And create a little. I run a men's group. I run a women's group. I run a human being group, and we work on how to get luxury real estate. You ever want to do, how would you feel if you sold a home for $3 million and you got 3%, you made $90,000 commission? How would you feel? Slow down, let them answer the question. I feel pretty good about that. Well, hope isn't a strategy. What's your strategy to that? I don't have one. Once you come to our mastermind, every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, we have lunch at Panera, and we have lunch at Taco Bell. Doesn't matter where you are. We have lunch at Pete's, coffee every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. We meet at Pete's for coffee, and we work on how to get luxury listings, how to advertise for them, how to get them, how to market them. And next week we have Wendy Goss. She's coming in from Las Vegas. She's going to speak for me. We have Tina Cole. We have Pete. We have Pete Middleton. He's going to guest speak for us. Oh, and they're super mega successful. Would you like to come? Yes, I would. It's so easy to add value. Write this down. I need to get more creative than I am. Write it down. You're not being creative enough. When's the last time you talked to a pharmaceutical sales rep about EXP? They go, look, I don't want to do EXP. But I go, I know, but we've been friends a long time. I just want you to watch this. And what do? You show them themodelexplained.com. They don't know it's not fully updated. It's just to show the concept. And they go, yeah, not for me. That's fine. Who cares? You're looking for the yes people. I showed it 30 times a month and found 5 yeses. 25 said not for me too, or not now, or we just had a baby, or we just got pregnant, or we just got married, I just got divorced, I just got cancer notification, I just got found out I'm cancer free. And they got I just went to Coldwell Banker. It'd be weird if I left. They have their reasons. Leave them be. I had none of those things. I was at Remax killing it. I didn't want to leave. Marguerite talked to me about Cell State for a long time. I did not reject Marguerite. I just wasn't ready to leave Remax. Or Keller Williams. I don't remember where I was. I think it was Remax back in those days. But I was not rejecting Marguerite. The fact that I met her at Thunder Valley, the fact that I met the guy selling the Cell State franchises, the fact that we went and looked at things, I really considered it out of respect for Marguerite. It was not a rejection. You guys take this stuff as personal rejection, and it's silly. So number 3, you show them the model explained, you meet with them, but sometimes you just talk to them first. Like, don't slow your roll. Write this down. Slow my roll. What do you mean? When I met with Marguerite, I could tell we hadn't talked in a few years. She teased me about, what are you selling now, Gove? What are you selling now, Gove? She's shaking her head right there on the screen. And I might be guilty of selling a few things. I'm always selling you on going to a movie, a restaurant, whatever. I get excited. Okay, whatever. I'm guilty as charged. So I said, no, I'm selling nothing. And we just went and had lunch, Taco Tuesday. And she talked for an hour. I asked her about her goals, her dreams, her aspirations, what she was excited about, what's working for her, where are you struggling? Where do you think's the weakest part of your game? At the very end, she told me those things. And we're all done. She's, oh my gosh, I have to go. We haven't even talked about you yet. You were going to talk to me about the CXP. We'll get to that later. It was by design. And then she's like, no, I really want to hear about it. I said, okay. Once you come by my office this week, and I got a short little video I want to hear. How long is that? It's short. It's brilliant. Never told her. And she came to my office with Joe, and halfway through that video, she's bawling. I'm handing her Kleenex because I slowed my roll. I walked slowly through the crowd. And she was like, I'm in, Joe, we're doing this. He's like, okay, fine, whatever. And her mascara's running. She's dotting it. She's like, but I didn't barf on her. Chris Okamura, same thing, general manager, Berkshire Hathaway. all about him. He's telling me all about he's going to start his independent brokerage. He's leaving Berkshire. He's got this brand. He's going to do this and this and this. And I was sitting there listening, going, oh, good luck with that. I said, oh, that's awesome, man. Good for you. I'm excited for you. And what's it going to look like? And where do you hope to be in 5 and 10 years? And what are your dreams, man? What are your goals? Oh, that's so awesome. I'll help you. And we just talked and we got done. He said, well, we didn't even talk about XP. Oh, we'll get to that later. And some people go right to the model explained. You just, hey, I want to hear about it. Yeah, I'm totally open. Boom. But for Marguerite, Chris, and others, John Jennings, I spent 9 months talking to him, getting to know him before we talked about EXP. We're never going to EXP. I go, no problem. I'll be your friend. You can stay at Coldwell Banker for the next 30 years. I'm going to be your friend. And I mean it. I have people that have left EXP. I have people that never come to EXP, and I spend time with them. I love them. I serve them as if they're at EXP because I'm only helping them because they're at EXP. I'm a user. Let's be honest. And you need to bless people who leave you. I know it hurts. I'll say it again. Write this down. There's only one sea that the water flows in and it doesn't flow out. It's called the Dead Sea. Quit getting your feelings hurt when people leave. Healthy organisms, things enter and leave. And healthy bodies of water that it's fluid. Hold stuff like this, right? And just learn, okay? Hey, and not everyone's supposed to be here. It's okay. God has a different assignment for them. I know it hurts. Easier for you to say, Brent. No, I lost people. I lost really good people you didn't even know about. My first month or two at EXP, lost them. They jumped in, jumped out. Sponsored 7 Remax agents. That might have been with Marguerite and Woodland. Was that your group, Marguerite? Those 7 Remax agents? Woodland? I don't remember. They jumped in, they jumped out. Their broker re-recruited them. And we lost them. We're all excited. They're gone. Just like that. As quick as they came, they're gone. All the very beginning, it was like, but I kept going. So number 4, follow-up. Follow-up. We're almost done. Follow-up. What's my follow-up? You show them the model explained. And then if they go, wow, this is great, I want to know more. I said, good, but let's make one thing clear, Michelle Roderick. Let's make one thing clear, Christy Painter, Carmen Zuniga. Let's make one thing clear. You are not leaving Coldwell Banker. You are not leaving Compass or Sotheby's. I want you to take the idea and just say, that's not happening. I want you to make a commitment to me to stay in curiosity about a business model, a new model for real estate. Will you do that? Shut up and let them answer. Yeah, no one's ever said, no, I will not be curious. I will not stay in curiosity. I will not stay in curiosity. No one's ever done that. I go, yeah. I said, great. I'd like for you to meet some people and I'm going to share some information with you is all. And they go, well, come on, Brent. A few people say, well, come on, you want me to come to XP? Of course I do. I love you. I care about you. It'd be so much fun to do this together. But in the meantime, you're not going anywhere. And I'm okay if you stay at Remax. I'm okay if you stay at Keller Williams. I'll do everything I can to help you sell your listings, buyers, help you in any way I can. And I mean that. Do you mean it? Do you mean it? And so follow up. And what I do is I say, hey, what are you doing tomorrow in the morning or the afternoon? You got any free time? Yeah, in the afternoon. I good. Let's meet again tomorrow. Come by my office again, or let's meet here again at First American Title or Chase Mortgage or Guild Mortgage. I like to use title mortgage companies. I got a short 13-minute video I want to share with you. It's going to blow your mind. And what am I sharing with them? realtyexplained.com. It's the follow-up video. It's 13 minutes long. The model explained is 33 minutes long. The new one's coming out, and we'll get it out when we can. We're dealing with EXP, legal, and marketing, and this takes a little time. I'm completely done with the video, but it is what it is. We'll get it done. But it doesn't even matter. The new people, it's you guys like, well, it's not updated. Who cares? Do you like the concept? And then here, when you show them realtyexplained.com the next day in the follow-up, it shows the modifications. So it's not misleading. You go, here's the most updated, like the newest iPhone, the 16.0, the bigger and the best. They get better every year, better cameras, better features. So, and it's 13 minutes long. I'm going to share it with you. I don't tell them what it is. It's 13 minutes long. Yeah, I got 30 minutes. You got 13 minutes? Yeah, come on by. We may talk an hour. Everything's quick and easy. So we show realtyexplained.com. Have you seen it? It is phenomenal. It's not good. It's phenomenal. Watch that. Number 5, and then follow up. Number 5 is about follow up, more detail. What I mean is here, a sense of urgency. If you say these words, hey, I'll call you next week, you're not going to make it at EXP. If you say, I'll call you next week, or they go, look, I'm so busy this week, call me. I go, hey, I'll match your busyness with mine. We're both busy. I need you for 5 minutes. It is Tuesday. Come on. I'm slammed all week too, but I got 5 minutes tomorrow. I got 5 minutes Thursday. what day is your least busy day of these slam days? Well, okay, it's probably going to be Friday. Okay, great. But I don't know. I don't know my schedule. I don't know my schedule. I go, Christy, I'll role play with Christy. Christy, unmute yourself.
Okay,
Tell
hi.
me you don't know. Say, look at that smile. I should have picked somebody mean. You're too sweet and nice with
You want me to be mean? I'll be mean. You want me to be? I'll try.
I was kidding. You don't have to be mean. No, that's something
I'm
you
mean
think
fun
people
of my
mean.
body.
They're not mean, you guys. So that's the other thing you think they're mean. They're not mean at all. You know, they may be, but so just say, Brent, yeah, Friday, but I don't know my schedule. I'll have to get back with you on my schedule. Say that to me.
Hey, Brent, I'm sorry. Friday, I said I was going on Friday. I said what my schedule's gonna look like. So sorry.
No problem. I get that. I'm totally busy too. So let's do this. If you were to be free Friday, would it be in the morning or the afternoon? What's probably more likely to be least busier, the mornings or the afternoons? What would you say to me on that?
Honestly, probably the afternoons would probably
See
be
how
the
I got an
least.
answer out of her? She told me she's busy, doesn't know her schedule, stuff get back to me. I go, I know that, I know, you know, but which one in morning or afternoons will probably be least busier? She answered the question Friday. Great. So here's what we're gonna do. I want to pencil something in. Use that word. Words have meaning. I'm gonna pencil something in for 5 minutes. 5 minutes this Friday afternoon. What would be the best time? 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. I need you for 5 minutes. I want to just pencil something in. I will not hold it to you. What sounds like the best time for you, Christy?
5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
How about 3 o'clock? I can do 5 minutes at 3 o'clock Friday.
See, she just told me a second ago she just can't know her schedule. She couldn't possibly have to call. Now we have a 5 minute appointment, which I'm going to do 5 minutes at 3. I honor that. I'm going to be on at 5. I get her so excited. We're talking. She ends up talking 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, an hour. They're trying to put you off. You need to improve your skills. And so I go, we're just going to pencil this in. I will text you in the morning. You go, Brent, if I'm just too crazy busy, no problem. We're just penciling because look, I'm busy, you're busy. It's going to be so hard to reconnect. We're here now. Let's just pencil something in so we have something. And if they commit to it, they put in the books, it goes off every time. They rarely ever cancel. They just see Brent Gove, 3 p.m., 5 minutes, and they follow it up. So that's how you get the appointment. And hopefully you're doing it the next day, every 24 to 48 hours. And in that case, I give her 72 hours, which is about the max you want to go. You got to push through, you guys. You got to push through. Why are you so good at this? And like, well, that's kind of cocky. Well, I personally, I think I'm really good at it. You know why? Because I was so bad at it. I failed for so long, so hard, but I fought through it. And I have what's called street credibility. I'm really good at this. I'm great at open house. You should see me at open house. Why am I so good at it? Because I was horrible for so long. I chased people in their car. I chased them around the house. I was terrible. I didn't know what to say. And now I know what to say. I know how to put them at ease. They get excited. And I'm going to genuinely help with them. I believe I am absolutely the best agent they can possibly meet to buy a house. I believe that. I really believe that. I know how to write offers. I know how to structure offers. We find 3 beautiful homes and go 100,000 in on all of them. Most agents, I would never write an offer for. I'd insult the other agent. Well, who do you work for, the client or the other agent? They're more worried about insulting or my good name. Well, I'm worried about the client. I don't really care. It's not going to, nobody cares. They're not like, I can't believe Clark Broom wrote me an offer for 100,000. Then sometimes you get some cranky, crotchety, old crusty brokers, and they might pop off that or two, but they're too busy they'll say something stupid like that, but who cares? I care about my client, and maybe 2 of them blow me off, but the third one really needed the money. And they come back, and I was talking to Amy Weaver, and the property was $13.5 million, and they were going to counter the client $11.5 million. They're going to drop $2 million in one shot. And you guys are offering 13 million. They offered $10 million on a $13.5 million property, but on the market 248 days. The best home in all of Breckenridge, right off Billionaire Row. Billionaire Row, the homes are 30 and 40 million. This one's on the same street, but the other one street over, same street name, but across an intersection, closer to the ski lifts. So even better, right off the river, 13.5 million. It just wasn't selling. They're about to counter at 11.5 million. Then they get a call. Hey, understand you're trying to get make an offer on that property. They are my client. I'll be writing that offer. And so just like that, they lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because their client had used them to show the property and was talking about it. Then they thought, oh, I should probably use Bob. And then the owner heard about it. He said, I thought you showed the property. Yeah, well, they switched back to their agent. We kind of got taken advantage of. You know, he said he would write to us, and then in the end, he decided to go back to his agent. The owner got upset about it, who is a very wealthy Puerto Rican, funny enough. And guess what? He countered at 13.5 million full price and said, you have 2 hours to accept, or we're going to go with somebody else. They accepted. What that buyer didn't know is he had to pay $2 million more. They were about to counter 11.5 million, but he changed. It was not a man of his word. He said, yeah, no, I'll buy for you if I like it. He liked it. Then he at the last second, he backed out. He says, I want my own representation. Cost him. He doesn't know this. He never knew the counter was coming at 11.5 million. He literally, he was the president of Visa. The CEO of Visa paid $2 million more for that house. And so why am I telling you that story? I can't remember. I got way off track, but it's a good story. So anyways, you got to get better at booking the follow-up appointments. They got to be 24 to 48 hours. And then who do you meet with? Is number 6, you meet with your sponsor or your sponsor. And you don't want to say, I want you to meet my sponsor. Christy never introduced me. I am Christy Painter's sponsor. I want you to meet my business partner, Brent Gove. He's amazing. Whatever it is you could say that is truthful. He's really touched my life. He's helped me so much. I always like to introduce Sheila, my sponsor, and she's just the most incredible woman you'll ever meet. When you meet Sheila, you're like, oh my gosh, I see why you've done so well, Brent. I go, she's going to help you, Christy. You got to meet Sheila. And she's like, I don't say she makes millions and millions of dollars. She does. I don't say that. Brent makes all this money. That's a turnoff. Nobody wants to meet that guy, that gal. Please don't do that. They do want to meet someone who can really help them and that you're just blown away with, and you got to meet them 5 minutes. And do you have 5 minutes? I mean, if I could get you with Amy Weaver, the vice president of EXP, the fastest growing ship company done in the history of the planet of all time, I'm not saying I could get the appointment, but if I could get you with Leo, the CEO of EXP, I got a 200-person brokerage. I'm not saying I could, but if I could get you with Leo, would you take that appointment? And I shut up. Like, yeah, I'd take that appointment. If I would you. And so you want to work your way up. But again, you never say, I want you to meet my sponsor. I want to meet my partner. And then what about if Christy did Sheila? I want you to meet Brent's sponsor. No, I have another partner, Sheila. I want you to meet my other partner, Gene Frederick. We're just partners. It's a more professional term than the word sponsor or up. I want you to meet my upline. Lose the word upline. It's okay for us to use it amongst us, but not with prospects. They're in my downline. Never, ever utter the word downline. You never hear me say, I never talk about my downline. I say I have a revenue share organization of 40,000 agents are in 24 countries. I'll sell stuff like that. I say, I have 60 agents in my revenue share organization and my sales organization. That's a respectable thing to say. I have some of the top brokers and agents in Northern California. We're up to 80 now. I have 80 now in my organization, and I serve them. I work for them. And so, you talk like that, but you don't have a downline. It sounds terrible. Down. I have a downline. They're downline from you. I'm above them. We're not above anything. You know what, Gene, why he has 80,000 people in his organization? Because he serves and gives and loves. You want to go big, serve, give, and love at a higher level. Again, you're paid in direct proportionate amount of value you bring this thing. So, and you want to kind of go from here. I'm going to say it from sponsor to your sponsor to your sponsor. Well, that person quit. Well, who's above them? Nobody. Well, then you have Tony King, vice president, Russ Cafano, Russ Laggins. Our old CEO, when I got in 8 years ago, was named Russ Cafano. I can never forget it. But Russ Laggins, our vice president, you got Amy Weaver, you got Sean Murphy, you got Frank Paterno, or whatever Frank's name is. They're all VPs. I don't finish it. Vice president of growth. Like, I got a growth on my arm. I hate that term. Gene Glenn's goofy. He likes to use the word growth. Vice president of growth. I'm like, I've got some growth on my beard. I need to trim up. But I just say if I can introduce you to our vice president, I don't say one of our vice presidents, plural. I say, if I can introduce you to our vice president, would you want to meet him? And then I may go, this one's a better fit for Tony King. this one's a better fit for this woman. She's dynamic. I want her to meet Amy Weaver. Or this guy's he's real kind of a numbers brainiac. And if you know Russ Lagan, he wears a bow tie. He's like the professor. I'm going to get him with Russ. I would try to, oh, this one's so good. I want to get him, forget Brent. Christy meets this amazing. I'm going to go right to Sheila. And Sheila talks to him. Christy, do you text Sheila? You should. Like, well, she didn't respond to me. When people don't respond to me, I text them 7 times. You guys just need a little bit more moxie. Like, well, Brent, I texted you. You didn't respond. When? Last October. Did you copy and resend? No, I didn't. Man, I tell you what, when I want a client, I call them, I text them, I email them. I use somebody else's phone. I call 3 times in a row at 8, 801, 802, 803 on a block line. I called like, who the heck is this? Hello. I go, hey, how you doing? And they don't say, did you just call me 2 times in a row? They don't say that. They're just like, oh, hey. I mean, you got to have some passion, some intensity, some focus, some good old fashioned hustle, some scrap. And that gets back to number 1, hunger. Number 1, hunger right there. Hunger. You got to have the hunger. You got to growl a little. And so those are the 6 steps. And as you take them every 24 to 48 hours, it's a time decay kills. Write this down. Time decay kills. The reason you aren't more successful, you let weeks slip by, you let months slip by. And then you focus on the people who told you no. Again, for all the 10 people who told me I told no to about Keller Williams, it was not a personal affront to them or Keller Williams. It was just a no. You guys, you're just looking for people, like Gene says, their gates open, the timing's right. I'm telling you right now, it's crazy out there. It's crazy. People are exhausted. They're tired. They're like, Uncle, someone please throw me a life vest, a floaty, a round thing, whatever you call that thing with a rope on it. Throw me something. I need a lifeline. And you're like Tony Robbins says, you're in your head, you're dead. You're not doing it. So remember how I started this thing? I want to challenge some of you to get on your knees or lay flat on the ground before God and pray. And just ask God to give you the strength. Ask God to give you the wisdom. Ask him to give you the courage to do what you have to do for your family. If you're not into that, go for a walk, meditate, do what you got to do. I'm not making, I mean it. I'm not, if you're agnostic, atheist, I love you. We're good. You don't have to, we're good. So, that was me. I wasn't always a Christian. I don't want to not like me because I wasn't a Christian, but I am now. I'm kind of a mouthy one. So I apologize if I talked a little too much about God, but it's in me. It is what it is. So, I love you guys very much. And so I know I realized I took 45 minutes or 48 minutes today. So we're not going to do the mastering sales portion today because I went long, but hopefully you like this. Hopefully it was good. And this will be posted on YouTube tomorrow on the Brent Gove YouTube channel. So you might, if you think, God, this one just kind of got me, listen to it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. There's a tape by a guy named Jim Flora called Momentum. I heard that tape 100 times. When I wrote my first book, guess what I called the book? Momentum. I called the book Momentum after that man. I'd listened to that tape 40 years ago, 100 times. Coleman Orr, Say It With Intensity. Hold that tape probably 60 times. Say it with intensity. They don't listen to the words. They listen to the music. It's not what you say. It's how you say. It's how you say it. Do you even believe what you're saying? You say, watch, light my fuse. I'm a bottle rocket, baby. Watch me go. And then I didn't wait. When Sean Work laughed at me. I moved on. Today, Sean works in my business with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of agents. Don Yoakum told me no. Today, he's got 1,200 agents. Jay Kenner wouldn't respond to me. Today, he's got 10,000 agents. I moved forward. You guys, well, I tried it. It didn't work. It does work. You just need to improve. I did 30 a month to find 5. Next month, 30 to find 5. Next month, 30 to find 5. Next month, 30 to find 5. You do 30 in the next 30 days, you'll find 5. Success is a math problem. The problem is you're talking to 5 and finding nobody or maybe 1. You don't have your mojo. You don't have your mojo. It is a numbers. And you do it with energy and enthusiasm, conviction, and you improve quickly and you invert that learning curve. Instead of slow and painful, and it gets fun. It gets exciting, and you see results. And I tell you, I'll end with this. Nick, who's from Phoenix, he's a Remax agent switching over to EXP. He came out to Cabo, loved it. He came back from Cabo, and you've heard me tell you, he listed 7 homes. He usually go on 7 listing appointments to get 2 or 3. He mowed down all 7. Your attitude, your energy is everything. People pick up on it. Man, I don't know what it is about Courtney Twist. I don't know what it is about LJ. I don't know what it is about Sean House. I like that guy. About Kendall. I like Kendall from Washington. Tom Costello. I don't know what it is about Tom. I like Tom. There's something about him. There's something about the conviction, the forwardness of Paul Frank. I like that guy. He's a straight shooter. About Jennifer Waldo. Something about Jennifer, even though she's in the witness protection program today. You need some more light, Jennifer. Anyways, but here's the deal. People pick up on it. How much do you love them? Do you love them? Did you pray before you met with them? Did you ask God to give you the words? Did you ask him to love them? Maybe I've gone to list people's homes. God, help me win this listing. And then I begged him not to list and to go to marriage counseling. And they did. And they didn't get divorced. And I never got the listing. God knows what you need, but I really need this. What you need, you need to do the right thing at all times. You deposit in the south, withdraw in the north. Anyways, I love you guys. Blessings from the Caribbean. I'll be out here till Friday. Then I'm flying to LA on Saturday, and then I'll be Easter down in there on Sunday. Then I head to Honolulu Sunday night to meet my daughter Alyssa on Easter, and she's alone out there, so I'm going to go see her for Easter. And then I'll be I'm doing Build in Hawaii. Then I'll be back in Sacramento next weekend for those of you in Sacramento. But this Thursday, if you're in Sacramento, get on the phone, go nuts, get people to hear Bill Pipes, Coach Bill Pipes in Sacramento this Thursday, 10 to noon. Invite everybody. You should have 30 or 40 people invited. Start calling people, invite him. He's the best sales coach in North America. And if you live in LA, buy a Southwest ticket up for $39 each week, $79 each way. Bring people. Say, I will fly you up. Buy them a ticket. You get to spend time with them. So, oh, look, there he is right there. How to sell 50 homes a year. That's at 10,000 house. That's $500,000 a year. He is the best real estate trainer in North America. He will be in Roseville at the Placer County Board of Realtors from 10 to noon this very Thursday. Get on the phone. This is a great way to add value. It opens the doors like, wow, everybody there's with EXP. Wow, I must have missed something. Tell me about EXP. It's that easy. Anyways, love you guys. Have an awesome day. We'll see you next Tuesday right here. Same place, same time, same bat channel. Peace out. Mwah. We'll see you guys. Be good.